What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Bonde Johnson. I am the founder and part owner of Roasted Coffee Company and the founder and owner of Hybrid Cheer, as well as a couple other things that are coming. So stay tuned. I'm actually taking you on a road trip this week for some of those updates. So I'm super excited for that. Today's video is something I've wanted to put out there for a little bit. I always get questions that are a little bit farther down the road and specific. So I want to back up and make sure that I at least put this video out there for people. I've been having a lot of great conversations with a lot of motivated people, other entrepreneurs, and I just want to share some of the things that I think are just essential and themes that you see carried throughout different entrepreneurs. So this video is for people who want to start a business, already own a business, have owned a business, past, present, future entrepreneurs, and that is three crucial things that you need to know before starting a business, or at least need to think about before starting a business. And I know that this kind of sounds like I'm one of those online business gurus that just Googles important things to start a business and then makes a video on it, but it's not. These are things that I have experienced throughout my time in a business and wish I had somebody look me in the eyes when I started and say, you need to think about these three things, because it would have helped expedite some of the steps that I have taken in my time as a business owner. So without further ado, let's start. The first one is knowing your why. There's a phenomenal book out there called Getting to Why by Simon Sinek, and I highly suggest, if you haven't already, that you read that book. And if you have, read it again. I'll put a link in the description down below, but this book lays it out better than anybody, I believe, a firm believer. I'm just gonna kind of summarize the whole idea of why. The why behind a company is the reason you're doing it. It is the fulfillment behind it. It's the passion behind it. You can pursue business for two things: money and fulfillment. I highly suggest, and Simon Sinek would agree, that you go for fulfillment, okay? We all wanna make money. We all wanna make loads of money. I wanna make lots of money, but it's not the best thing to set your sights on money. Fulfillment is ultimately gonna carry you farther down the road, which will result in more money. That's what his whole book is about. It's kind of what I'm gonna lay out here. So there's a great quote, and it's that struggle is guaranteed, success is not, when you're starting a business. So the important thing is to have that why. It's to have that sense of fulfillment, that driving factor, because when times are tough, when things get lean, you go through a dry spell, not as many sales, not as many new relationships, there has to be something that's pushing you down the road, that's continuing to help pull you through the struggle, because it's not all gonna be, flowers and sunshine. And you have to understand that the road is up and down, but the entrepreneur understands that as long as it's doing this, it's worthwhile. So you have to define what it is that you are A, looking to, and B, what's pushing you along. It's like tug of war, right? You're constantly fighting back and forth. That's kind of how business works. Well, if you have a strong why, it's like you got a team of professional bodybuilders behind you, helping you pull that rope. Whereas if you don't, on the other side of that rope is an even stronger team of professional bodybuilders and other really super strong people, and they're going to pull you across the line on their side. You're going to lose, okay? The why carries you through that constant back and forth that is business. So in a nutshell, that's the significance of having a why. It also helps create some sense of being unique, because when you operate on a certain why, that's different than why Joe is owning his company. And it will show through in your brand image and your brand identity, which is actually going to help you solidify more sales, get more customers, build better relationships. So a why is super important. Second, the what, okay? I like to call it the what. The other term I'll give it is due diligence. You know your why. So the second question is what? Is it a product or is it a service? Is it sell online or does it sell in person, or both? Do you need inventory? Where are you gonna get your inventory? Do you need manufacturers? Who are your partners? Where are you gonna bank, right? How are you gonna ship your supplies if it's a product? That's the questions of the what. It's the due diligence, okay? It's making sure that you understand that you need an LLC, an EIN, that you have to get yourself set up with a good accountant. That is one giant picture. And the reason you shouldn't start there is because if you look right at the what, then you're going to get so overwhelmed, you're not even going to know where to start, and you probably won't. But how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And I heard that the other day I've never used it, but I did just there. So I think it's super important that you understand the why and then move on to the what. The what is something you will learn as you go. My advice, jump in 2 feet first. There's a great term called analysis paralysis. It's where you are sitting there analyzing a situation to such a depth, such an extreme that you don't ever make a decision. You don't make a move. That's what will happen if you get to that what step and you try to figure everything out. You have to move forward because there will always be unknowns. And guess what? You're always going to learn how to improve and handle the what in a better way. That's never going to change. So you might as well start now. The last point is goals. Know how to set goals. People don't know how to set goals. And if that offends you, you probably don't know how to set goals. Okay, I'm being real with you all. You have to understand how to set daily, weekly, monthly, annual, 5-year, 10-year, 15-year goals, because the 15-year goals, 10-year goals, those long-term goals are going to be what helps you keep your eye on the prize. You understand what that end goal is. Back to my point about business moving up and down. Well, guess what? If you're moving this way, up and down, you're not really ever going to feel like you're getting anywhere, because you're not. You need to know that what you're working towards is up here. So you're constantly working up, not working towards here, which is at the same level that you were before. Those long-term goals are super important, but so are those micro goals, those day-to-day goals. Why? A number of reasons. They keep you on track. You can constantly make sure that you're moving in the right direction based on your long-term goals. And when you cross things off a to-do list, okay, there is tons of research that shows that it releases dopamine and serotonin. It makes you feel good. It motivates you. So when you have those daily goals, you're able to actually cross them off a list, be motivated by that, and want to achieve more. So you need to make sure that those goals are what they call SMART goals, which is, I think, smart, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. I could have butchered that. Look up SMART goals if you've never heard of them. When you set your goals, you need to make sure that there's something you'll actually stick to. Okay, we're terrible at as a population. How many diets have you been on? How many fitness routines have you been on? How many times have you signed up for a new gym membership, right? How many times have you adopted that new habit of waking up at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever it is? How many times have you actually finished that book you said you're going to read? We're terrible at setting goals, and not just setting them, but achieving them, right? And I think that the failure to achieve, a lot of that is in the failure to set them up properly. So I highly suggest looking into books on setting goals in general. I'll put a couple down in the description that have really helped me. But that goal setting is sort of the last key, in my opinion, of that trio of things that you need to know before you start a business. And if you already started, that you need to make sure that you are aware of and at least accounting for, right? Has my why changed? Am I constantly improving my what? Do I know what my goals are? Are my daily goals aligning with my long-term goals, as well as my weekly, monthly, yearly, etc.? So those are the 3 things. It's just something that's been on the back of my head. People constantly ask me, what roaster should I get? What importer should I start with? This is for my coffee people. But if you don't have a good why, then it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you're struggling through your business and you don't have a good solid foundation of why, you're just focused on the money. It doesn't matter what roaster you have, okay? It doesn't matter what importer you buy or what origins you offer, because when things get tough, you're gonna get yanked across that line by the other side because they're far stronger and you have no motivation, you have no backup. So it doesn't matter what roaster you're using, right? Or if you're in a commercial space or operating out of your house. So I think people sort of focus on the wrong thing at the wrong time, and I just want to put that out there so that I've at least answered it in a broad sense for all of you and make you aware of it. And then I'm happy to answer all those questions about bags, labels, coffee, so on and so forth. So guys, tons of exciting updates for you. I have an interview series launching soon that's on business. A lot of the business owners are coffee roasting company owners, cafe owners, although I will be doing interviews with people who own businesses outside of our industry or that industry. So hopefully you're excited. Hopefully you're looking forward to it. It is currently 9:50 on a Monday. How am I doing this video right now? Well, I work from home, so I can take YouTube breaks, guys. Super exciting stuff, getting this set up here. So I'm taking you with me on the road this Thursday to Houston, Texas for a business meeting. Hopefully you guys are excited. I am looking forward to that. You might be seeing this video after I do that. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Anyways, guys, Is super, super appreciative of all the support. Looking forward to all the videos coming out, and hopefully I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Oh, Marcus, I just stopped my camera and it didn't beep, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, but we're recording here. We're recording on this guy right here. So, holy shit, my heart just stopped. This is the third time I've recorded this video. Whew. Bye-bye.